Filled with history and the arts, the coastal city of Newburyport is what I would consider to be quintessentially New England. With a beautiful center lined with brownstones, Newburyport is just a 45-minute drive north of Boston. But to start our day trip, we opted for the hour-long commuter rail, which dropped us off at the rail trail, which was the most beautiful walk that led us right to town center. Through the cobblestone streets and past the Maritime Museum, our first location is one of my favorite places in the world to shop for antiques.
All right, so we just got to Oldies Vintage Market. Let's see what antique goodies we're gonna find today. Let me tell you, this is the biggest and craziest variety of vintage and antique goods that I have probably ever seen. I mean, look at this place.
The entire market is probably the size of a football field, and they have everything you can imagine, like art, vintage magazines, toys, clothes. This place is honestly more like a museum than a market. It's so fun to treasure hunt in here.
All right, so we just left Oldies Vintage Market. What was your favorite part?
Easily the huge stack of newspaper covers from when the Pats had won the Super Bowl.
Very New England. I know, mine was honestly all the clothes, the accessories. I needed everything.
We headed back to town to explore a bit more and fell in love with how quaint and adorable all of the shops were. All of this shopping made us realize we were hungry for some lunch, and what better place to grab some seafood by the water than Tuscan Sea Grill. Tuscan Sea Grill sits right on the Merrimack River and has an amazing patio that's open year-round. Quick cheers with a spicy marg to heat and rim always, and then onto the most amazing lobster and corn pizza, followed by my favorite, a spicy tuna roll, and some tuna nachos if you're not into the traditional format. Couldn't forget this loaded Bloody Mary, and finally finishing with this amazing stuffed shrimp pasta. 10 out of 10. Wrapped up a delicious seaside lunch, took another walk back down the rail trail to our last destination of the day, which is Riverwalk Brewing, where their founder Steve Sanderson will show us around.
We're actually on our third location now, so we started off in Amesbury in a very, very small space. And then we bought down the street, which was about 2,000 square feet. We were there for about 5 years, and then we moved in here in 2017. This is 20,000 square feet, so it was a big jump for us. Essentially all we're doing is we're trying to create an environment that the yeast is gonna love. We want the pH to be right. We want the nutrients to be there. We want the temperature to be right. We don't want there to be too much pressure, because when the yeast is happy, it creates much better beer. A big part of our mission here is really to support our community, to build our community. So we have people who we see every week. We have regulars that we see, maybe once a month. We even have some regulars who've gotten married here. And that really is one of the things that keeps us going and makes coming into work every day a lot of fun.
And with a cheers to that, we ended our brewery tour with some delicious North Shore style pizza and some wings that are actually braised with one of their IPAs. Thanks so much for coming with me on my day trip to Newburyport. I had so much fun showing you guys around this beautiful coastal city. Until next time, Boston Tour Guide.